Hello everyone, today we are going to study about computer memory. But before this I would like to recall the working of computer. Working of computer, we require input devices. It is used to feed the data into the computer. Processing device is the CPU. It is used to process the data. And output devices, it is used to display the result. Do you know where does the computer hold this input or output data? Yes, it require one more devices that is called as a memory device. Memory, it is the most essential part of the computer. It is a storage part of the computer. We need memory to store the data which is required by the CPU and the result generates after processing. This storage enables us to use the stored data to in future. The storage capacity of a computer is measured in terms of bytes. Computer does not understand any of your languages, neither English or Kannada nor Kannada or any other languages. Memory devices stores information in the form of 0 and 1. These are called as a bits. Bits, or it is also called as a binary digit. 0 and 1 are called as a bits or a binary digits. Units of measurement of memory. The measurement of memory, 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. 1024 bytes is equal to 1 kilobyte. 1024 KB is equal to 1 megabyte. 1024 MB is equal to 1 GB, and so on. Now we will talk about the kinds of memory. Computer memory is classified into two types: primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory classified into RAM and ROM, random access memory, read-only memory. Secondary memories are punching device, magnetic tape, floppy disk, optical disk, hard drive, flash drive. Let's discuss one by one memory devices. Primary memory. The primary memory is the main memory of the computer. It stores the program and data which are currently needed by the CPU. The size of the main memory is comparatively much smaller than that of the secondary memory because of its high cost. The CPU communicates directly only with the main memory. As the CPU works at very high speed, its matching memory must be very fast. Only primary memory devices can provide the matching speed. Primary memory classified into two types: RAM and ROM. Let me discuss RAM. Random access memory. RAM stands for random access memory. It is also called as a main memory of the computer. It performs read as well as write operation. This is really the main store and is the place where the program gets stored temporarily. When the CPU runs a program, it fetches the program instructions from the RAM and carries them out. If the CPU needs to store the result of the calculation, it can store them in RAM. When we switch off a computer, whatever is stored in RAM get erased. It is a volatile memory. It means it is a temporary memory. What does it mean? What do you mean by volatile memory? I will explain you with an example. Suppose you are working in MS Paint and drawing something. Suddenly your laptop turns off because of low battery. You have not saved your drawing. When you charge your laptop or computer, you restart your laptop. You find your paint is not there. It means your drawing was not saved temporarily in RAM. But as the laptop turned off the RAM, cleaned all its memory. This is what RAM does. It means the contents in a RAM, it's not a permanent, it is a temporary. So it is called as a volatile memory. The types of RAM: SRAM, static RAM, and dynamic RAM. SRAM. SRAM stands for static random access memory. It is type of semiconductor memory that uses bistable latching circuitry to store each bit. Unlike dynamic RAM, which stores bits in cells consisting of a capacitor and a transistor, SRAM does not have to be periodically refreshed. DRAM. DRAM stands for Dynamic Random Access Memory. It is type of very fast computer memory. It is based on the same architecture as SRAM but uses the clock signal differently to transfer twice the data in the same amount of time. What are the difference between DRAM and SRAM? See, DRAM constructed by small capacitor that leak electricity, but SRAM constructed of circuits similar to D flip-flops. DRAM requires a recharge every few milliseconds to maintain its data, but SRAM holds its contents as long as power is available. DRAM is inexpensive, SRAM expensive. DRAM slower than SRAM, SRAM faster than DRAM. DRAM can store many bits per chip, but SRAM cannot store many bits per chip. DRAM uses less power, SRAM uses more power. DRAM generates less heat, but SRAM generates more heat. ROM. ROM stands for read-only memory. RAM stands for random access memory. ROM stands for read-only memory. See, read-only memory, in this memory we can read the content but we can't write. But in a RAM, random access memory, we can perform read as well as a write operation. The information is pre-recorded into ROM chip at manufacturing time. Once data has been written into a ROM chip, it cannot be erased, but you can read it. When we switch off the computer, the contents of ROM are not erased but remain stored permanently. ROM is non-volatile memory. ROM stores critical programs such as the program that boot the computer. I will explain this concept with an example. For example, can you change the process of shutting down the computer? No. Why? Because these instructions are saved in ROM. It means these all are instructions are permanent in the memory. So it is called as a non-volatile memory. Types of ROM. PROM, programmable ROM, EPROM, erasable programmable ROM, EEPROM, electrically erasable programmable ROM. Programmable ROM. It is a memory on which data can be returned only once. A variation of the PROM chip that is not burnt at the manufacturing time but can be programmed using PROM programmer or a PROM burner. Erasable programmable ROM. The information can be erased and reprogrammed using special PROM programmer. An EPROM differs from a PROM in that PROM can be written only once and cannot be erased. But an ultraviolet light is used to erase the contents of EPROM. Electrically erasable programmable ROM, EEPROM. This is equivalent to EPROM but does not require ultraviolet light to erase its contents. It can be erased by exposing it to an electrical charge. Let me discuss secondary memory. Since the storage capacity of the primary memory is not very large, it cannot hold a large amount of data, including programs, which may be needed for processing. Thus, secondary storage devices are used. The secondary memory is used as auxiliary memory. The secondary memory is used for bulk storage and mass storage of programs, data, and other information. It has much larger capacity than the main memory. The secondary memory retains the information once stored on it. The magnetic memory, such as hard disk drive, CD, pen drive, are the most commonly used secondary memory in computer. The average time required to reach the storage location and obtain its content is called its access time. Magnetic disk. Magnetic disks are thin circular plastic plates on which some magnetic material is coated. Magnetic disks come in various sizes and materials. They use the properties of magnetism to store the data on a magnetic surface. Two types of magnetic disk are hard disk and floppy disk. Let me discuss hard disk. Hard disk, the most common physical device for storing files, is the hard disk. The hard disk typically contains several rotating disk plates which are permanently used in a hard disk. The surface of the plates are covered by metal oxide electromagnetic recording heads. It performs read or write operations. There is one head for each surface and all the heads move together. The size of the modern disk, 260 GB to 1024 GB of data. It stores maximum 1 TB of data. The surface of a plate is organized, has a number of tracks. See the picture. The surface of a plate is organized as a number of tracks. Each track is divided into sectors. Set of matched tracks are called as a cylinder. So it contains tracks, sectors and cylinders. Next one is a floppy disk. Floppy disk contains a single flat piece of circular plate coated with metal oxide and enclosed in plastic cover. Floppy disks are small and portable. The three common sizes are 3.5 inches, 5.25 inches and 8 inches diameter. Most commonly used floppy disk is 3.5 inches in size with storage capacity of 1.44 MB. Students note that its size, floppy disk size is 1.44 MB. Just to imagine, the size of the floppy disk is very small. Floppy disks are slower than hard disk and have less storage capacity. It is less expensive. Optical disc. What is this optical disc? Optical disc is a random access removable disc on which data is written and read through the use of laser beam. Optical disc consists of rotating disc which is coated with highly reflective material. There are three types of optical disc: CD-ROM, DVD-ROM, BD-ROM. CD-ROM. CD-ROM stands for Compact Disc Read-Only Memory. It is read-only optical storage medium capable of holding up to 682 MB of data. Accessing of data from CD-ROM is quite bit faster than a floppy disk but smaller than hard disk. To read a CD-ROM, a device called CD-ROM device is needed. We are reading this CD by using the CD-ROM drive. CD technology uses a near infrared laser. There are two types of CD-ROM. CD-R. It is also called recordable CD. Then CD-RW. It is also called as rewritable CD. Next one is a DVD. DVD stands for Digital Versatile Disc or Digital Video Disc. DVD can be single or double-sided and can have two layers on each side. A double-sided two-layer DVD will hold up to 17 GB of videos, audios or other information. DVD technology uses a red laser. There are two types of DVD. DVD-R. It is also called as a DVD recordable. Then DVD-RW. It is also called as a DVD rewritable. Portable storage medium. This is slightly different from a portable media player which stores and plays music and movies. A portable storage device is a small hard drive designed to hold any kind of digital data. Some are fixed size hard drives of 256 GB, 320 GB, 500 GB or 1 TB terabyte. It may be useful for alternative to backing up if a computer is unavailable for downloading. The example for portable storage devices: HDD, your external hard disk drive, your external hard disk, pen drive, memory card, floppy disk. These all are called as the portable storage devices. We can carry these devices from one place to another places easily. What are the difference between primary memory and secondary memory? See, primary memory, it is a semiconductor memory. Secondary memory, it is a magnetic or optical memory. Primary memory, it is a temporary or it is a volatile memory. Secondary memory, permanent memory, or it is also called as a non-volatile memory. The contents of this memory is permanent, but the contents of this primary memory is temporary. Primary memory expensive, secondary memory less expensive. Primary memory faster compared to secondary memory. Primary memory, it is also called as a main memory. Secondary memory, it is also called as a auxiliary memory. The example for primary memory: RAM, random access memory; ROM, read-only memory. Secondary memory example: pen drive, floppy disk, hard disk, CD, etc. Next topic is the cache memory. See here, CACHE. It is pronounced as cache memory. It is placed in between the CPU and main memory. It is much faster than main memory. Its access time is much less compared to that of the main memory. The cache memory is an intermediate memory and it is not accessible to user. It stores the instructions and data which are to be immediately executed. It increases the operating speed of the system, but it is much costlier than main memory. There are two levels of cache memory, level 1 and level 2. Level 1 L1 cache memory will present inside the CPU. See the diagram. The level 1 L1 cache memory will present inside the CPU, whereas level 2 L2 cache will be present on the motherboard. Here we end chapter number 2, input, output and memory devices. In this chapter we discussed input devices: keyboard, mouse, joystick, OCR, OMR, MICR. Then output devices: monitor, printer, speaker, plotter. Then storage devices: primary memory, then types of primary memory, ROM and RAM; secondary memory, then types of secondary memory, hard disk drive, CD, DVD, portable storage devices. At the end we discussed cache memory. It is a high speed memory. Thank you.